Bad news.
Yeah, Media Circus is back in town. I was going through the docks to...
You're out. It's a done deal.
Jesus, you've got to be kidding. Is the NSA taking everybody down?
There'll be a bunch of political cage rattling, and we just sit tight while the chimps throw shit at us. Same chimps that pushed for these programs in the first place.
We'll throw it right back. We have all the wrecks.
No, we play along and only get threatened to have our funding cut. Fight back. It won't be a threat.
How can I help?
This is going to be a giant waste of time, so I've found you a new gig. In fact, it's an opportunity that'd be hard to pass up.
You have my attention.
You'll meet your new boss tomorrow. Agent Kyler's the sharpest guy in the Bureau. Tonight, you're signed up for a field refresher.
I'm going out in the field?
Shit, with your scores, you should be out killing people.
Who says I'm not?
Hey, aren't you in that program we're not supposed to talk about?
UFOs better watch your ass.
Higher beings capable of defying the limits of light speed? Hell yeah! They'd have an ass fetish. That's a no-brainer.
So how's this work?
It's a combo refresher course. You got targets to shoot, course to navigate, and items to find. You'll have a target to shoot. We only count chest shots. You start going crazy with headshots, I'll dock your ass. You'll have to let your instincts guide you. Tell you when it's the right time to pull the trigger. When you're not busy blasting, you can tap the screen to navigate the environment. To advance, keep an eye out for doors and passages. When you find the exit door, you're finished. There are 6 items to find. 3 marked, and 3 not. Miss an item, your ass gets docked. Good luck. I'll tower your score again. Remember, the course is finished when you use that exit door.
Crap. I think I hit that dude in the head. Unmarked target found. Yikes, glad I didn't step on that. Targets down. Broken glasses. That's one fancy lighter. Number 3, that's it.
You got fancy scores, all right, but you dropped the ball in there. We don't shoot people in the head. If that's your game, I have several sheriff's departments that would love you. Here, you're going to need some additional training. Congratulations, Deadeye, you did hit all the targets. Since you failed the course, the standard procedure is hitting the books to make up for your score. It'll take you a few hours to complete, or you can retry the course if you're feeling lucky. Good luck. I'll tally your score again. Remember, the course is finished when you use that exit door.
Unmarked target found. Broken glasses. That's one fancy lighter.
Remarkable! That's a wrap. You successfully completed the training course. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, I plan to.
Agent Kendall, thanks for coming. Sorry about the location.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Driving here, I was listening to the radio. They were promoting this egomaniac that's a TV host, commentator, author, columnist, blah blah blah. Superhero status, millions of fans. But what did Pretty Boy give up to get here, huh? Failed to mention he's been married 6 times, has a son that changed his last name, and a daughter that asked him not to attend her wedding.
Can't have it all. Not sure what this has to do.
Yet, this hypocrite's a bestseller. He even gives marriage and parenting advice. Alright, let's get down to business. I'm Agent Kyler. You can call me Agent Kyler.
Okay, Agent. Why are we here?
I've read your file. Credible. From firearms to inferential statistics, you're top 1% in every testable category. Your resume perfect. What do you know about me? That's what Ramesh thinks. You're playing a weak hand because you didn't do your homework before this meeting. As you said, you can't have it all. What'd you give up?
Well, let me see. I was making a killing as a private sector consultant, and I took a massive pay cut to be here with you.
Yeah, so you can charge even higher rates in a few years. No, that's just planning ahead. Tell me, who's your best friend?
My dad.
He's 3,000 miles away. Bet you only talk to him a couple times a month.
You're digging into my personal records?
You seldom date, and when you do, it never lasts more than a few weeks. No pets, no hobbies. You work, exercise day in and day out.
Sounding more like a stalker than a...
That's part of the job, and tomorrow, that's your assignment. I've uploaded my info to your case manager. When you get home, call me, and I'll walk you through it.
Case manager, what's that?
An app on your phone. Only works in secure spots like your home or office. Otherwise, I'd show you now. Call me when you're connected.
Good. Get to stalk you then.
One other thing. Take my picture and post it on the web. Any social network will do.
Whatever you say, 007. Okay, I'm connected. What now?
Bring up the case manager. It'll look sparse since I'm the only suspect in this phony case. I want you to publish my photo on the web. Since this is part of the case, you will find it under Evidence. Click the Evidence tab now.
Published your photo.
Super. Now for the coup de grace. This will take some time since it involves data crunching. Crank up the case manager and we'll get started. Now click on me. You will see a dial with two main sections, interviews and search tools. When you have a real suspect, you will manage your interview questions here. For this assignment, press search tools. Now don't freak out. This is an interface to the Bureau's mainframe, and you can do all sorts of searches here. Right now, we only care about the one in the bottom right corner, social databases. Click this now. This will search the web for information about me. We only care about the one in the bottom right. The flashing red button in the middle of the screen will start your job. Okay, press it now. Once the job is running, you can push the button several times to speed up the job. However, the mainframe guides limit the resources we can use. Do not, and I repeat, do not fill up all the circles here. Almost done. The research you found has been logged in your evidence folder. Click Evidence now to see it. That's it. To end your workday and log out of the case manager, click Stop Working. Good morning, Agent Kendall. Tell me about myself.
Should have trusted my instincts. They advise that you are a womanizing, psycho-babbling creep. This is all a ruse to get between my legs. Well, I can tell you that's not going to happen.
Who, me? What are you implying?
I read your antics and I know what I look like. It's no coincidence I ended up reporting to Agent Skirt Chaser.
You really think that Hef and the Bunnies want to party with law enforcement agents? Everything in my profile was bullshit, and you fell for it lock, stock, and barrel.
Geez, I feel like an idiot.
Good, that's real progress, my friend. True idiots never feel like idiots. Fact is, they feel right and everyone else is wrong. But don't feel too bad. I also cheated a bit. The quick search has a confirmation bias. It might be the most common bias of them all. We fall prey to it every day. Where do you get your news? Most likely from people that think like you. That's the confirmation bias in action.
You're saying I should talk with strangers.
I don't believe in aliens or the paranormal. I could have read countless books debunking it, but that only tells me what I already know. I could read books by cranks, have a good chuckle, and call it done, simply confirming what I already think. The right choice is to find opposite views from respectable sources, and this is the key, listen to what they are actually saying.
So you believe. Why aren't you wearing a tinfoil hat?
Absolutely not. But I've thought about it. With some suspects, you're going to believe they're guilty. Instincts will bias you, and your job will change into proving that person's guilty.
You're saying my instincts are wrong.
No. Instincts are subconscious pattern matches. Someone looks guilty because he reminds you of Tommy who ate boogers and glue in first grade. You sense a bias, then you work against it. Flip it to prove Tommy's innocence. If you can't prove it, maybe he is guilty. Either way, you have a better case. We can't escape our biases, but we can fight them.
What was that?
In a moment. If you think someone's hiding something, use the slower, full search option. It checks for confirmation bias and would have found my profile to be phony. That's a good assignment for tonight.
Can't wait.
That beep you hear is a perimeter alarm, triggered by a man named Wally, an anti-extremist extremist. He just entered the abandoned hotel behind us. Don't worry, it'll take him a few minutes to set up.
Set up? What the hell's an anti-extremist extremist?
Wally kills extremist. He's been linked to 9 kills, but the number is probably closer to 30. To say the least, he's been difficult to catch.
So we're just waiting here until he starts shooting?
In the building to my left is a team of army snipers. They'll spot him before he takes a shot.
So our job's just to kill people?
There's too many windows to gas every room, but we'll try to take him alive. By the way, it was the photo that got him here.
The one I took with just your face?
Wally's been hacking my schedule, which is in code. He knows I met at the same place with the same person 2 days running. Your little photo had time and location information embedded.
Sounds a little too clever.
It was obvious he'd smell a trap. Don't worry. You okay? Plan B. While we have smoke cover, I want you to get to the hotel and find Wally. I'll help the soldiers and get support.
You're fucking kidding me. Why don't you go?
He's expecting me. Plus, you're better at anything that'll matter in there. Just delay him until I get more people.
I didn't sign up. Crap, I did sign up for this. It's either the elevator shaft or the stairs. This reeks of being a trap. Whoa, that's no good. I can climb over it. This is the floor. Another one? Jeez. What the hell is this? Oh shit, Wally was never here.
Disappointing. Kyler knew this would be a trap, and yet he sent you in here all by yourself.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about me.
Wonderful! Overflowing with confidence. It's one of the few things Americans have left. You know, the Romans were a bunch of cocky bastards, too.
Speaking of bastards, what about righteous egomaniacs?
My first kill was an anti-vax loon that helped create a measles epidemic. It killed several children and grandparents, but she didn't break any laws. In fact, your legal system protects her, and your media networks love her. But I'm the bad guy?
Yep, Now can we get on with this?
Fine. You're standing on a pressure plate connected to C4. On the side wall, I have exposed the wires. In 10 seconds, the charges go off, unless you're a really good shot.
Got it.
If you set off the C4, it will be just a little pop. Just enough to ignite the fuel barrels.
So what? Seems like I'd be dead either way.
No, you won't be dead. Above you is a sprinkler system. It will go off the second the barrels ignite. This little trap isn't aimed at killing you. A burn unit is already en route.
Why, I'm not an extremist.
Now you want to talk? The windows are barred in case you think it would be better to jump. Burns are so nasty. I cannot think of anything worse. However, it would make you a lot more humble.
You okay?
I'm not sure I want to talk right now. That nut was ready to turn me into bacon. Should have been you in there.
None of the soldiers were seriously injured. One had a broken wrist. That's it.
How's that possible?
He used concussion explosives and lots of smoke. Wally carefully planned it so that no one would be killed.
Except me.
But you're not. If I had gone in, Wally knows I'm a terrible shot. If it makes you feel any better, I know I screwed up.
Anything else I already know?
Hindsight bias. I've studied Wally's moves so thoroughly that I thought he was predictable. I'll never make that mistake again.
What do you mean next time? Next time you're on your own, pal.
You saved me. I knew you could handle it. If I thought otherwise, well, I'd be begging for a bullet now. Just wanted to touch base. See how you're doing. You okay? Did you talk to your father?
Working as usual. Economy's slow, so he's busting his ass.
Yeah? What's he do when the economy's good?
Works even harder. Okay, so he's a sad excuse for a father, but he's the only family I've got. He's always been this way.
Is that what you want?
I don't know what I want.
Maybe this is good. Seems to me like you were living someone else's dream.
Thanks, but I need to sort this out myself. More time to think.
Call me anytime you need anything, day or night. Otherwise, I'll see you at your favorite coffee shop, Monday, 8 sharp.
How do you know about Jesus? Good night, Kyler.
You like scotch? Christ. I couldn't imagine starting the... Ever heard of a scotch named McKay 1926? McKay Distilleries made rare and expensive scotch until a fire destroyed and killed the McKay family in 1926. Their last batch will go for about $60,000 a case. Here's a photo of Jerry Moore and his girlfriend, Holly. Moore owns an import-export business. Moore purchased several cases of K1926 at an auction from a family that was clueless about the true value. This was going to be his big break. Unfortunately, his warehouse caught on fire and the scotch went up in blazes. A loss estimated at around $5 million, give or take a few bucks.
You're not inferring that this scotch is cursed, are you?
Nope, it was clearly arson. Here's a photo of Williams. He was arrested a few blocks from the fire with half a bottle of K1926. Poor bastard confessed while he was still drunk. Unfortunately for Williams, this is his third strike and the district attorney plans to put him away for good. Knowing that, Williams is saying his testimony was coerced. Yeah, I could see that. Just remember, you grow when you are out of your comfort zone. I'll upload the details to your PDA, but first I want you to check out the warehouse. Be sure to wear some old shoes. It's sloppy in there.
This place is a dump. The ladder's a bit short. Fire started here, and I see lots of broken bottles. This is the only open window in the joint. Everything else is barred shut.
You've seen the crime scene, and I've activated the new case manager on your PDA. Be sure you find a secure location to view it. Once you do, the map will update with new locations to visit. The DA is giving us until tomorrow night to clear Williams. After that, things get too political for us to continue.
Wait a second. I thought Williams was a slam dunk. Why should we try to clear him?
If it was a slam dunk, why would the Bureau care?
You said politics will force us off the case. Is that why we're in this?
Next year, the DA's running for office and needs to prove he's a huge prick when it comes to crime fighting. He wants maximum exposure for putting the screws to Williams. Once he does that, he'd look like an idiot if we cleared our man.
I see. So I don't want him to look like the idiot he is.
He won't let that happen. And we'd be just wasting time. If you clear Williams, we'll have more time to focus on the case. Good luck. Other than you guys having your nose in everything, why would the feds give a rat's ass about this case?
I had the same question, although I phrased it a bit differently. Sorry, no luck on finding an answer. But don't worry, this shouldn't take long.
Holly was over, and we went to sleep. Around 2 a.m., I get a call that my warehouse is burning, so I rush on down.
Had class the next day, so I went home.
So, you get to the warehouse and...
Have you seen it? It's a disaster. Everything's gone. Police said they nabbed a guy, but what good's that do me, huh?
You're not happy that they caught the guy?
I'm bankrupt, completely fucked. Wasn't some Rockefeller that burnt my joint down. Some down and out drunk.
Need to check out the details of his insurance policy. I'll file this under evidence in the case manager.
Look, the insurance is only paying off my loans. Having some homeless bastard go to jail for this doesn't make me sleep any better. Between us, don't have 2 nickels to rub together. Holly was over, and we went to sleep.
Had class the next day, so
So, you get to the warehouse...
Have you seen it? It's a disaster. Everything's...
You're not happy that they caught the...
I'm bankrupt, completely fucked.
Need to check out the details of his insurance.
Look, the insurance is only paying off my loans. Having some homeless... It was a sweet deal. Invest $400,000, come out almost ahead $5 million. Not all at once, of course. I didn't want to flood the market, but it would have set me up for life.
Who'd you buy it from?
Not so fast, sweetheart. My contacts are the only thing I got left.
Maybe the seller found out they got screwed, decided on payback.
Interesting theory, but the family that sold me the scotch doesn't know a thing about me. They're too busy wallowing in their inheritance money to give a damn about me.
You didn't buy it directly from them?
Hell no. A friend of a friend that runs the auction. Plus, even if they'd known the real value, how would they sell it without a middleman taking a giant cut? You think people buy scotch like this on the internet? What relationship? Oh, you mean Holly?
just friends with benefits.
I see. How long have you guys been seeing each other?
About 6 months or so.
You my lawyer?
No, I'm Agent Kendall. I was hoping you'd walk me through your version of events.
Why? I've already gone through it zillions of times, and even the nice officers here typed up a version of it for me to sign. Real pals. They can probably help you out too.
Since you are recanting your signed confession, I want to hear what actually happened.
Me too, sister. Me too. I'm all ears here.
Okay, says the cops found you near the scene with a bottle of scotch. Not just any scotch, but an extremely You were caught red-handed.
Oh yeah? Now you know why I confessed. How am I going to beat something like that?
I'm confused here. Did you do it or not?
I've no idea. I was totally fucked up. Hardly matters. Who gives a shit what I think? Thanks for asking, Your Honor. Now you mention it, I don't think I did it. What you say? I can get on home now?
So you signed a confession to something you don't remember doing. You're looking at life.
When I signed, I was under the impression it'd mean a lot less time than that. Don't matter. I'm fucked with or without the confession.
Just tell me what you do know.
I should have known, because it started off like a pretty good night. Really good. I got enough scratch to buy me some hooch, get me a good buzz and some sleep. Hell, first thing I know, I'm being dragged into a squad car. How you think? Sold some stocks or something? Shit. Some dude threw $40 at me, but hell, I always got cash for drinking. So you can tell I don't move around so well anymore. Some kids helped me out. That's about it. Yeah, I know. Where's the beef, huh? So, if I did it, sure as hell don't remember.
You said you don't move too well. Is something wrong with your legs?
My goddamn feet. Got a bad case of trench foot. Hardly good for walking no more. Legs is losing muscle since I can't get up and round.
Williams doesn't sound like he could have broke into the warehouse. Need to verify his injuries and get the name of the hospital that treated his feet.
Good job! I've added the clinic to your map so you can validate William's physical problems. Once you do that, I'll take it to the DA.
Don't they have telephones?
Sure, but they shouldn't give you any personal info over the phone. And even if they did, you need to validate the source, too. It's your ass if the details are wrong.
I better get home, get to bed.
I plan to call you every morning until we finish this case. In between briefings, so I'll make this brief. You should go to the clinic and validate what Williams told you about his feet. The clinic is on your map.
Not sure why Doc needed to show me photos. Geez, Trenchfoot is awful. There's no way Williams broke into the warehouse. Since he's out, I guess I need to find out who did burn it down.
Agent Kendall, right? Not sure what else I can tell you. Like to help, but my attorney advised me to keep my trap shut. So let's keep this brief, shall we? Not talking to you about Holly or anything else. What the hell are you trying to pull?
Since Moore did not help me with this item, I'll keep the question open for now. I need to get him to be less hostile towards me. Holly,
They're called breasts. I believe you have a pair too.
Yeah, but I don't normally answer the door with them hanging out. Want to get dressed so we can talk?
No plans on covering myself in my own home. You can come back later, but I will most likely be topless. Or worse.
Teaching's a thankless job. Lousy pay, long hours, budget cuts, clueless administrators. Why the hell you interested?
Exactly. That's why it's taking me forever to get my degree. Pay sucks, you have to use a canned curriculum, give standardized tests. Ugh, goddamn monkey could teach these days.
You didn't answer the question. Why a teacher?
I don't normally talk about it. You're a Fed. I can't imagine you're here to talk about the educational system. I had a bike accident when I was 8, day before my birthday. I'm lucky to be alive. It scared the shit out of my parents. It made them paranoid for years afterward. No more bikes, and no children either. I would never be able to have kids.
Oh, so sorry. Did you know it then?
They didn't tell me. I found out later because every time I talked about having my own kids, my mom would start crying. Thanks. Felt nice to tell someone else about it. Listen, come back sometime when you don't have to be so serious. We can have some fun.
Holly should be more open now. Glad I talked to her. Have to admit, I really like her.
The DA was really pissed off.
Huh. He almost charged the wrong guy.
He still plans to, but he is giving us until Saturday to find the real arson.
Or he is going to convict Williams anyway. He does know that Williams...
Knowing and caring are two different things. He can easily convict Williams. In fact, Williams has a better chance of living longer if he goes back to jail and gets off the sauce.
Yeah, like they don't have access to alcohol and drugs.
Well, he will have a roof over his head and access to medical care. We, which means you, need to focus on the case. If you don't want Williams to go to jail, figure it out before Saturday. Morning. I'm reviewing case updates. You need to figure out how to get Moore to like you. I suggest doing some scans and see if he has any hobbies. Select Moore in the case manager and do some searches.
Moore wasn't happy to hear I ride an Italian crotch rocket, as he so elegantly put it. Yet my research on cruisers and American bikes paid off. Moore will speak more freely next time we meet.
I'm glad you're here. Been thinking about you.
I hope they've been nice thoughts.
Very nice. Want to go for a swim? Sip a few margaritas?
What do you have in mind? I'm starting to feel like Odysseus. You, a siren?
What if I am? When's the last time you did something spontaneous?
I always have a plan.
So, your agenda says, have fun on Tuesday, 3:45 to 4:10. Doesn't work like that, sweetheart. It's unexpected opportunities. That's your question? You think Moore pressured me into saying things? He didn't. Wish I could be of more help.
It's my biker buddy! Policy burn up in the fire, too. Can have my agent send you a copy. I'll call her after you take off. Next time, we should do something. In a cage too long, can't remember it's a cage. Hey! It's my biker buddy! How about skipping the casework and heading out? You saw my text messages. What the hell? You're right. She wasn't with me. I was alone.
This is serious. You made sworn statements. Why?
Panicked. When I found out about the fire, with my money woes, it'd be a no-brainer to point the finger in my direction. Don't even have the scratch to pay for an attorney. A little lie seemed a lot cheaper at the time.
Holly took a risk for you.
I know. We were supposed to be together that night, but she called it off. Think she felt guilty. We're not really what you call a couple. Never really were. She's a good friend. Most wouldn't be under the circumstances.
Don't worry about it. I can be friendly too, and I see no reason to report this up the chain.
Agent Kendall, want to go for a swim? Sip a few margaritas?
Love your house. Who's your sugar daddy?
You're the detective. I'm pretty sure you already know. I date people. Professionally.
Professionally? You're a prostitute?
A prostitute? You make it sound like I'm a common whore. Listen, I offer something a lot more valuable than just sex.
You're saying that men pay you lots of money, but there's no sex?
Oh, there is sex, all right. The most mind-blowing sex they've ever had. And it's not just men. Oh, sorry, are you blushing?
You do realize I'm a law enforcement agent, don't you? Not that I'd do anything about it.
I have an ass-kicking accountant and attorney. Pay my taxes. Other night I had a male friend over and I made pasta. We had some laughs and he was off to catch a plane. For all that, didn't get more than a single wet kiss. Yet he forked over 10 grand.
Don't get me wrong. You're very, beautiful, but that's an awful lot of cash.
He spent weeks thinking about that kiss, my laugh, and even my overcooked pasta. You don't understand any of this because you never felt it. You're just thinking of the economics, the tit for tat.
It was 10 grand from questionable pasta and minor germ spreading. Yeah, I don't feel it.
Oh, grasshopper, much to learn you still have. That's Kung Fu Yoda.
How does Moore fit into all this? I take it he's a client.
Moore's sweet, but I don't take on charity cases, or men really looking for a wife. Moore's both.
Don't think Holly has anything to do with the warehouse fire. She doesn't have a motive. Moore's right. He's got nothing out of it. Just pays off his debts. The insurance contains loan documents from the bank. The scotch was appraised by well-known connoisseur Jonathan Graver. In fact, his endorsement allowed Moore to get the loan.
Yeah. I appraise lots of stuff for lots of people, but your client isn't ringing any bells.
He purchased several cases of Matt K. in 1926.
Several cases? You're being a dauber.
Reason Matt K. 1926 is so rare is they only produced a few bottles. I would never put a price on something like that.
So the scotch is a scam. Did Moore know this? Is that why he burned down the warehouse?
Hey, it's my biker buddy. His name's Eric Evans. He's a friend of Holly's. He brokered the deal for the scotch. In fact, he even had it appraised to help secure the loan.
There's a ton of money involved, and this Eric dude did most of the work. Why hand it over to you?
It's not just a money grab. It would have taken years to sell it all. I'll give you his contact info. You can ask him yourself. He's got an office in Atlanta.
Moore's still up in the air, but this Evans rat is clearly on the hook. I'll add him to my case manager.
Haven't been able to add Eric Evans to your case manager.
Because you've been slacking off.
He's a ghost, an expensive one. Well, I guess they all are.
What are you talking about?
Eric Evans is not a real person. But he's not just made up either. All the hooks are there, like employment history, credit scores, bank accounts, and even locations for his home and business. But none of it actually exists. You need to be careful. People like this are often part of a bigger operation.
Did notice some eyeballing. A scary ape-looking dude and a tightly wound Eastern Bloc chick.
I'll contact you later, but watch your back.
Shit's hitting the fan. Need you to get to Holly's.
Slow down.
Had a team watching Moore's place. They're all dead. Holly's in danger, too.
This place stinks of gunpowder. The smell is coming from this direction. Jesus, that's a lot of blood. Whose is it? They were looking for something. Laptop is trashed. No, someone is floating in the pool.
No sign of Moore. Did you find Holly?
Moore's dead. No Holly. What the fuck's going on?
Eric Evans, I think. Shit, I don't know. I'll send forensics over.
What do you want me to do?
Go home. Get some sleep.
Sleep? I want to find Holly.
We've no leads. You'd be looking for a needle in the haystack. Go home and get some sleep. You'll need it once we get something.
So, we finally meet in the flesh, so to speak. Not so fast. I know that even a naked Kendall could easily beat the shit out of me.
So, what's the play?
Always straight to business. Get dressed so you can save Holly.
I have more suitable clothes.
Of course you do, along with a shotgun beneath the bed and a Glock in the dresser. Get dressed, Agent. Let me introduce you to Eric Evans! He got to Moore before I could. But not to worry, your precious Holly is safe. For now.
What did you do to him?
Mr. Evans here likes to counterfeit other things besides scotch. He really likes making pills for seniors that can't afford the real deal. Unfortunately, the pills often don't work.
Jesus, what the hell is this?
Some of the chemicals he uses are highly toxic. I merely gave him a taste of his own medicine.
How do I know who killed Moore?
Eric killed hundreds, perhaps thousands of seniors. Know how he got away with it?
I don't really feel like games here.
Unless there's an inheritance at stake, no one investigates the death of the elderly. Kyler knew this bastard, and he knew I was tracking him, too.
You said you had Holly.
Right to the point, huh? Decision time. Sit tight. You got lucky last time, but I knew so little about you then. Now, before you try anything crazy, let me explain the game. As you can see, I've placed your pistol on the stool next to you. It carries a single bullet. You have two options. You can shoot me. If you do, you will be a bureau hero, making a name for yourself. And you never have to worry about me showing up while you're showering.
That's sounding pretty good.
Easy. Kill me. You won't be able to save Holly or Kyler, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe your father is not all that safe in New York. But you know, he's already dead.
Son of a bitch.
Impressive self-control! Congratulations, Agent Kendall! By the way, I haven't touched your father. When your mom got creamed by the drunk driver, your dad died too. Question is, you letting it take you too? For your sake, let's hope our paths never cross again.
Great bullets. I guess that means the game isn't over yet. Only thing on him is a contract he had with Moore. Looks like Moore was part of the deal. More data on Evans. This should make Kyler happy.
Reading dank and shoots me in the back. Chipka prefers it that way.
Huh. Guess fuel barrels don't actually explode when you shoot them.
Reading dank and shoots me in the back. Chipka prefers it that way.
On your way to another pool party?
Gonna need that forklift. Where's Holly?
Crazy bastard stuck her in a room with magazines and snacks. Why didn't he give me the VIP treatment?
Nor do you deserve it. If you're the smartest guy in the Bureau, we're in deep shit.
Ramesh may have embellished just a teensy bit.
Why didn't Wally kill you?
Thinks he's the good guy, vigilante hero fighting injustice. Wally's roles. Go figure.
I've spent quality time with him. That hasn't been my impression.
A gift. Why did he spare me?
Tell you tomorrow, 8 o'clock sharp, your favorite coffee shop.
Let's go over the case. Who burnt down Moore's warehouse? Huh? They have no motive. No actual evidence, but Moore's the only one with a motive. We also know the only way into the warehouse was the door. No one came through the window. Why do you do it? Maybe. All depends if Moore was being ripped off. That's not what I think. I think Moore knew he was buying bogus hooch. Eric was going to split the money with him, and the insurance was going to pay off everything else.
So he was going to take a split of 400 grand and come out smelling like a rose.
But then Eric got greedy. Moore panicked. Eric never thought the Bureau would get involved, and then he sent in his goons.
Goon and goonette.
What was Holly's role in all this? Although I wouldn't describe Holly as innocent, but for lack of a better word, I think that'd do. Okay, let's have it. Why did Wally spare me?
He played you like a fiddle, and his symphony of carnage is just warming up.
Not sure about that, but make no mistake, I am going to catch that bastard.
Sure, what's the plan?
Got a great case lined up for us. Up north, we got a psychic that's done something that's never been done before.
What's that?
She got the details of the case right.
That psychics help police all the time.
Psychics say they help the police all the time, not the police.
But I've seen TV shows that... Oops, that's a lame argument.
Anytime someone goes missing, psychics start cranking out letters to police investigators. Body will be found by water, killer has mommy issues, and killer knows someone named Mike or John. In this case, she predicted a woman named Phoebe would be found in an abandoned train car. She added she'd be found to have been sexually assaulted, high on coke, with her head caved in.
Wow, that's pretty specific.
There's never been a proven case of someone actually being psychic. Since 1964, the Randy Foundation has offered a cash prize to anyone who can prove it. It's up to $1 million. No winners yet. So, is our psychic buddy the real deal? Or is she involved in murder?
That's not much of a question.
Good. Think it's time for you to get your fortune read.